caregiver supporter, Queen C. Pinkston. Welcome to my video live today. Guys, we're going to be talking about some tips to help family caregivers. So first, I just want to say peace and blessings to your family. I thank you for your support, liking, sharing, subscribing, all you do. And today we're diving into the sacred calling of family caregiving. It's a ministry. Whether you're caring for a parent, a spouse, a child, a community member, it's a sacred journey. And we got some tips today that we just want to share with you. It's an act of love that you're doing. It's a legacy that you're doing. It's resilience that you're doing. So guys, in this session today, I'll share with you my ultimate guide, 10 must-know tips for family caregivers, right? So these are practical, emotional, and spiritual strategies, and we're going to go right through them. So I want you to grab your pen and your paper and get ready. All right, so let's go. Number one is of the 10 must-know tips. We're starting out with number one, you must prioritize self-care. So let's put that one in. And we're gonna go right down the list. Now I'll give you the main topics, okay? So number one, prioritize. Making sure I spell it correctly. Prioritize self-care. So make sure you put that as number one. All right, so let's get this right here. That's number one. Okay, let's go. So you want to schedule breaks. I'm not going to write that in. You can write that in. You're going to schedule breaks. You're going to eat well. You're going to rest. Okay? Hey, how are you? Welcome. So glad you're in. You're coming in from Kenya. Great. Yes. Chakaras. Gotcha. Welcome. So glad you're here. Join us. Get your pen and paper and take some notes right along with us. We're giving out 10 tips on family caregivers, for family caregivers, okay? So, my ultimate guide. So, number one, as you see in the chat, is prioritize self-care. So what are you going to do? You're going to schedule breaks. You're going to eat well. You're going to rest. You're going to move your body. You're going to remember caring for yourself enables you to care for others. All right. That's number one. Let's get number two. So glad you're here, guys. Number two, we're going to build a support network. That's going to be number two. Okay? Now, how are we going to do that? And if you need a question on one of these, let me know. So how are we going to do that? We're going to build a support network. We're going to connect with family. Number one, we must connect. We can't do it alone, right? We're going to connect with friends and community groups. That's what we're going to do. Now, we're going to join a caregiver support circle, online or local, and I'm here online, and there's other online support circles as well. But you need to be a part. You need to be a part of something. Just remember, never alone. You're never alone. Never alone. Okay? All right. Let's go to number 3. Number 3. Stay. This is very critical. Stay organized. You need to stay organized. What am I saying? See if anybody type it in. Okay, stay organized. You need to use your calendars. Even for myself, I use my calendars, or a journal, or some type of an appointment book, right? And so you're going to use calendars or journals for appointments, and you need something for medication. I don't understand you. I know. I'm sorry. This is for people that are caring for their loved ones. This is when you have a sick mom or a sick dad or a sick brother or sister, someone, and you are not a nurse, okay? But you're caring for them at home, all right? So I'm giving you 10 points on helping you do that, okay? No, I haven't talked tomorrow. I'm sorry. And I probably won't get to do that either, all right? Yeah, I sent a text. I sent something to his messenger, not messenger, forgive me, to his Instagram thing, and I haven't heard anything, and I don't think he's going to get back to me on that. So I wouldn't wait on that if I were you. I would try to do it directly. I would try you to directly contact him. Yeah, I have no pull, no influence in that area. Okay, guys, I'm sorry. This is someone that's coming in from Kenya and asking a question. Let's get back now to our studies and see what we can do here. All right, so we were on number 3, stay organized. So again, you must have a calendar or journal so you can keep your appointments in there. And also, you want to keep a list of medications in there as well, okay? Now, keep a caregiving binder. What is a caregiving binder? It's like a notebook. I got some notebooks here. Just a plain binder. You know, this is my Bible study one, but you want to keep something like this, a binder, okay? So you want to keep a caregiving binder with essential documents. Essential is important. Whatever important papers. You know, one of the things we have when we have clients come over from an independent care facility or a nursing home to our unit where I work professionally, they come with a binder. They come with a binder, and it has all of their information in it. What they can eat, what they cannot eat, what they can do, this type of a thing, what kind of medications they're on, and so you can keep a binder like that on your loved one. I would have what I did. I had the doctors actually print out the names of the medical team because each one had so many doctors. There was, you might even have the PA and you have different ones, but you have different doctors on in there. So I couldn't remember all of their names. And so when the emergency comes and you're rushing into the ER, to the doctors, to the emergency ER really, and then from there you're going to the floor or wherever they're taking you. They're going to ask you who's your primary care and who's your doctor, and then a list of medications and all of this stuff. And sometimes there's quite a few medications, right? And sometimes, again, you can have more than one name. Is that right? And sometimes you can't pronounce all the medications, and sometimes you can't pronounce all the doctors' names. So what I have them do a printout of their medications, a printout of the doctor's names, and you can put it in their binder that you have for them, and you keep it where you can grab it. So when you got to rush them out to the doctor, you have this with their little bag. Grab your binder, which has all of their information in there, the insurance information, the medication names, the doctor's names that they printed out, and all you have to do then is give them this list. Give the nurse the list of the doctors. Say, here it is, right here. Okay, that will save you. It relieves stress. It relieves stress. It really does, and it just saves you. It saves you a lot. Okay. All right. Let's move on. So we're saying stay organized. Now we're headed to number 4. Number 4. Okay. We're going to communicate clearly. Communicate clearly. Communicate clearly. Okay. So what is that? You don't want to be. I find something today where people will talk over other people. You don't give the other person time to finish their thought. If they say one word and you're back with 2 or something of this sort. Okay. That's not good. And I don't know when that changed. I know when we were in school, we grew up back in the day, you were to listen, kind of like you were on the telephone. You let somebody finish their sentence, and then you would say yours. You didn't just shut them off, and you're talking over them, and nobody gets an understanding of what anybody is saying. Now, that might be just me. Let me know how you deal with that. But when it comes to your loved one, when it comes to their condition, when it comes to communicating with them and with your healthcare provider, sometimes you need to communicate clearly. And some of the ways to do that is to be able to listen. So you want to practice active listening with your loved one. You want to listen to them. I know if they got a condition and they talk slowly, maybe it's from stroke, maybe it's just dementia, maybe it's Alzheimer's, maybe it's a brain injury, maybe it's whatever they're dealing with, and they can't bring it out as quickly as we'd like for them to do it. Because, we want things done really quick today. I tease people, I tell them the microwave is too slow for us today. We got to have you speak fast, say it quickly, and just get it done. And we don't get any understanding. A lot of times they can't do that. Their brain, they're just not in a place where they can just do that. Sometimes medication can hinder that. They can't speak clearly and get it out really fast. So you have to practice active listening, okay? You want to coordinate openly with the healthcare providers. So whatever they're dealing with, a lot of times in your journal, you might want to do this too. Because I used to find with my loved ones, a lot of times they would tell me things. They'll say, oh, this is hurting me every time I do this. Well, I don't know why, but every time I lay my head on this side, I get a sharp pain over here. Or they will say something like that. And then when you get to the doctor, the white coat effect, the white coat syndrome seems to kick in. And a lot of times people forget. And then the doctor asks, are you having any problems? Having any concerns? You having any issues? And they'll say, oh no, everything is fine. And you're going, no. So you have to say, okay, but Did you remember? You told me, because I wrote it down, that you have a pain every time you lay. Oh, yeah, I do. When I know it comes over here, okay? Did you remember that you said every time you lift your arm, something would hurt over here? Yeah, I did say that. Now it does do that when I do this and when I do that. Yeah, because they forget. And you can think about yourself. You might even forget. So you need to communicate clearly with your doctor, with your provider, whatever it is. You might think, or they might think, that it's not important, but you need to say or tell everything, because it could be a symptom of something else that is getting ready to trigger up. And you don't want to ignore it, because they'll say, well, if I had known about this before, we could have done this. But now, since we're just finding out, we need to do this. You see what I'm saying? So that those are points that really need to be stressed when we're talking about communicating clearly. Yeah, sometimes we think, I don't want other people to know my business, but if it's coming to your health and it's your primary doctor, or he's taking care of you when it comes to your heart or your high blood pressure or whatever it is they're dealing with, that family member that you're caring for or dealing with, or if it's you yourself that you're dealing with, you must be clear. Okay, I think you got that point. Let's move on. Okay, number 5. All right, let's go to number 5. Okay, let's type that in. We're going to learn about now. This is something is critical. Yet I know you say every one of them are critical, but they are. Okay, I don't know why I put stay organized in twice. Did I do that? Did I miss one, guys? I put stay organized in twice when that guy came in, was talking. I got build support, stay organized. That's okay. We're good. It's in twice, but we're getting everything. You're getting them all. All right. So now we're on number 5. Okay. Number 5. So what is this? Learn about the condition. Yes. Educate yourself about your loved one's illness or disability. Find out as much as you can about it, because the more you know about it, the more you'll know how to help them, and the more you'll know how to be an advocate for them when they're going to the doctor. You'll know more about how to ask proper, intelligent questions to the doctor. So how are you going to find out? You're going to do some research. And now this right here can give you all the information you need. You can research any condition. You can go to Google. You can go to YouTube. You can go anywhere and find out what the condition is. You can almost find out a lot of times what medication they need to be taking. And then you can also, when you see the medication that the doctor describes for your loved one, then you can research that medication. Even though they give you a sheet, you get a sheet from the pharmacy with every pill. It gives you the side effects of that pill. And a lot of times people might not pay attention to those side effects. That's very important. Why is that? Because as they're taking that medication, if those things start to happen, they break out in a rash or start to get shortness of breath or something start to happen, you're looking at those sides. You say, oh, no, this is what. So you need to right away contact your doctor. You need to say, oh, no, she's taking this pill. It's causing her to itch. He's taking this. He's turning red, can't swallow. Something is happening here. And then what they can do is probably tell you immediately, all right, stop giving them the medication and maybe bring them in back in. What happens when the doctor writes a prescription? They don't know how that pill is going to affect you, or whatever the pill or thing is going to affect you, because they're just going by in a standard order. They might start you out on the lowest dose, or they might start you out here, but they don't know if you're going to be allergic to it. They have no way of knowing. So you must ask them before they even give it to you. What are the side effects of this medication? What is it going to make me do? Is it going to make me drowsy so I can't drive? Is it going to make me irritable? Is it going to take away my appetite? What is it going to do? And so you will know when those side effects start happening, and then you can let the doctor know. And then they'll do one or two things. They might need to change that medication completely. They might need to say, you know what, we got another one, let's go there. Or they might need to lower the dosage. They might need to lower the dosage for your loved one. Okay? So this is very important. So you're going to learn about the condition. You're going to educate yourself about the condition of the person that you're caring for, whether they're sick or just or disabled. All that go together. You're going to stay up to date on treatments and resources, because things do change in the way that care is. Years and years ago, I was just talking to somebody about this at Bible study. Years and years ago, when I worked in surgery and we would do hip replacements, it was a long process, and the person stayed in the hospital for at least a week. Now I think it's like you're like almost like in and out. You know what I mean? It's totally different, and so you need to stay updated on these on the treatments and what's happening pertaining to your loved one, the person you're caring for. All of this is going to help you as a caregiver be less stressful about all of these things. Let's move real quick. Let's get to number 6, which leads right into what we just said. Managing stress. My phone keep jumping here. Manage stress. Now, this is, as a family caregiver, boy, stress can run you for a while. You can really, really be there. So how are you going to manage stress? You are going to practice what we call mindfulness. What is mindfulness? Being aware of you. Being aware when you're tired. Being aware when you're irritated. Being aware when you didn't eat. Being aware when you haven't drank enough water. Being aware when you didn't take your medication. Being aware when you didn't make an appointment. Just being aware of you. Mindfulness. Then you're going to manage stress by prayer. You'll make sure that you have, I pray that you talk to God. But people say my higher power. I can't tell you on this video what to do. On here, we talk to God. So you need to have a prayer life. If you don't know how to pray, there's no special way to pray. Prayer is conversation. So you don't have to have a written prayer of anything. Jesus gave a model prayer. That was a model prayer, and then you know that you need to honor our Heavenly Father when you pray and thank Him. Have an attitude of gratitude, and you need to make your request known. Then you need to again thank Him and be grateful for what He's going to do and believe that He's going to do it. That's basically it in a nutshell. But you don't really have to have some people, they come with this format. You don't have to have that format. You just need to be able to talk to God, talk to the Father like you're talking to a close friend. All right, in reverence, in honor to Him, and trust Him that He will hear you and that He will answer your prayer. Meditate on the Word of God. Talk to God and then meditate on His Word. See, Lord, what does this scripture mean? I read somewhere where it says that by your stripes we are healed. What does that mean? By your stripes. What were your stripes? Okay. And if you're not a Bible scholar, whatever the case may be, you might not know. And even if you are a Bible scholar, I find When I research, I learn more each time. The Holy Spirit enlightens me each time I search it out and learn more. Okay? So, managing stress is number six, and that is very, very critical. You want to engage in hobbies that bring joy. I told you before, people say, well, you're always laughing. I love to laugh. I just, my thoughts. Create a thought pattern. I gave in the video of yesterday, make sure you see that video, is giving some affirmations for caregivers for you to say things about yourself. As a caregiver, build up your spirit. Keep your spirit lifted up high. Read good materials, and you can read the Bible, but you don't have to always read the Bible. You can read other books that encourage you and lift up your spirit and make you feel good about yourself and good inside. Think good thoughts. And yeah, that's a good thing. And when you can laugh, laugh, smile. It is healing. The Bible says a merry heart does good like a medicine. So it's a medication. All right, let's go on. Number seven. Number seven. Mm, it's a big one. Plan financially. Oh, Lord, 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 here we are. Let's, Father God, we are in this time that things are changing with our insurance, things are changing in our financial world, things are changing. And we need your wisdom, we need your knowledge, and we need your understanding. In Jesus' name. Guys, things are changing. Even at the end of this year, things are changing pertaining to Medicaid, insurance, the whole deal. So you have got to stay on it. Even the ones of us that are working and doing open enrollment, things are changing. So you got to be there, okay? So number one, you want to understand insurance coverage and benefits because what it might have covered before with this new thing that's turning over and happening, it might not. And then if it does, it might be extremely expensive because we're hearing people say. One lady was maybe 3 or 4 weeks ago. She was in front of me at Walgreens, and was going to get my shots, my vaccines, and she was in line, and she was kind of frustrated. And I saw her later at a meeting, and she said, "I just want to apologize to you." She said because I was in that line, and I really didn't have the time to talk. She said because when I looked at the receipt that the lady had given me from my prescription, the price had doubled. And she said I was highly upset. And I said, wow. She said, and this is just getting started. It's going to go, keep up, just keep up. I don't have all the facts. Keep up with what's going on. Things are changing. Things are changing. All right. So you want to know about your insurance, what covers you, and you definitely want to know what covers them. So that's going to be where? That's going to be in that binder that you're making. That's going to have the printout of all the medications. It's going to have the printout of all the doctors' names. And you're going to have the insurance information in here, whether it's Medicaid, Medicare, the red, white, and blue card, and in Part B and Part A, B, and C. All of this, you're going to have this in their notebook. So when you grab it to go to the hospital or to the emergency where you got to go, you have it all there. You're not going to have to be looking for it. Okay. You're going to track caregiving expenses and explore aid resources. So this is a good time to find out what is out there. What is out there? What else do we qualify for? What other assistance can we have here? Now, some people that I know, because they made really, really good salaries, they didn't qualify for certain benefits, okay? And some people that I know, they weren't able to get a good private insurance that they had. So when they retire, they still have that insurance, and it's helping them through their their disability and their aging process. Now, everybody's different. It depends on where you are. But if you didn't have make the big money when you were working, you don't have those benefits coming in, you might need to see if there's some other benefits out there that can help you, even though they're stripping things and trying to take things away. I wouldn't let that discourage me from still looking to see what is available, what it is that your family member may be qualified for. A lot of times they deserve a lot of things. They put in the time, they worked. But if you don't know that, you won't apply for it. So that would be you would talk to a social worker, or when you go to the doctor's office, they have social workers there, and you can ask them. Okay, so you can have a legitimate source who knows your family members' records and their financial situation, and maybe see if there's something else that they can help you figure out. All right, let's leave there. So we're going to track caregiving expenses, we're going to explore aid resources. Let's get to number 8. Number 8. Okay, so now we're going to respect boundaries. Okay, let's see now. Top 10 steps. So we're going to respect boundaries. So what are we going to do? We're going to balance caregiving with personal time. We're going to balance our caregiving with personal time. We're not going to do all caregiving, and we're not going to do all personal time. But we're going to balance out our caregiving with our personal time. This maybe is I've scheduled in a 15-minute break for me here. I've scheduled in a 30-minute lunch break for me here. I've scheduled in another 15-minute break for me here to put my feet up, maybe call a friend on the phone, check on my own medication, do something, right? It's winter time, but eat an ice cream sandwich. I don't know. But there's got to be a balance. Okay? All right. Under that same heading, we're going to encourage independence where possible. Encourage independence where possible. Now, sometimes to some that don't understand the importance of independence, that's a powerful word. That's a powerful word. No one wants to lose their independence. No one. If you drive, you don't want to give up your driving. If you can make your own decisions, you can prepare your own meals, you can take your own self to the bathroom, you can dress yourself, fix your own hair, whatever it is. If you can do it yourself, you're independent in that thing. But unfortunately, I don't look forward to my day. I pray God keep me. But unfortunately, it does come a time when your loved one has to relinquish their independence. It's not easy for them. And I'm going to ask you as a caregiver to be patient. Be patient with them, because if they've been driving all their lives and now you're just going to say, okay, no more driving, and you take the keys away. And you might need to. because it could be a danger to them. But I'm asking God to give you wisdom, maybe on how to do it, on how to do it. Um, Wisdom on how to help them feed themselves. Maybe they just can't hold a plate anymore or sit at the table anymore and feed themselves. They might need you to literally feed them. They might need you to cut the chicken for them. But I'm asking God to give you patience, wisdom, knowledge, and understanding with them, with your loved ones. Because I guarantee you, it's not easy for them. They feel that not only are they getting aged, but now they're losing. And if it's done the wrong way, it can mentally give them a setback. And they can start to feel withdrawn, and they can start to feel depressed. And I have a beautiful young lady that I care with on my job. We have a close relationship. For some reason, we just fell in love with each other. And sometimes she'll go to get out of a chair or go to do something. And I noticed she'll drop her head. And one day I walked over to her, someone else was working with her, and she just sat and she just put her head down and she was just hunched over and she was trying to cry. And I came from somewhere else and I walked over to her and I said, "Hey, what's up? What's going on? Are you okay?" And she lifted up, she heard my voice, and she kind of perked up, and then she kind of laid her head on me and she says, I just can't do anything for myself anymore. I don't like being like this. And I just had to tell her, it's okay. We're here to help you. We're going to let you continue doing what you can do. But I want you to just work with us now and let us help you. So she kind of collected herself. And she said, okay. So we're going to work it as a team, okay? Let us help you. So we want to be able to do that. Encourage them. If they can push themselves up, do it. If they can stand up a little bit with you being there by them, do it. Because if they don't use the muscles, if they don't use their arm strength to help, if they don't use their leg strength to help, it will become atrophied. It will become weak and weaker. Then you'll have to do it for sure. One of the things that I did do for my mom, speaking of this, and my husband, I did not buy electric chairs. They both were in wheelchairs. We did not buy electric wheelchairs. I used manual wheelchairs. And one had bilateral amputee, so he didn't have legs, so we didn't have to worry about the pedals. And the other one had legs, but they would push themselves in the wheelchair, and the house was big enough that they could do that. And some would say, well, why would you do that? So they could continue to use their arms. And by them using their arms, it gave them exercise, and it helped the heart muscles and strengthen and help the blood flow to continue. And my mom could pull with the legs and push with the chair. My Ben could only push with the arms, but it kept them stronger. And so that's why I did that. We could have easily had a motorized chair, and all they had to do was push the button and go. But I knew personally that the manual one was better for them. Okay, so you want to encourage independence where possible. Let's get to number 9. Number 9. You want to prepare for emergencies. Put it in twice. I see what's going on now. I don't know why it's doing it. It's the computer. I see why it's getting it twice. You want to prepare for emergencies. So how we do that? Number 1, have a plan for a medical crisis. Have a plan. And that's going to go back to your journal, back to your binder. Have a plan for emergencies, right? Whatever the plan is, what do I do? 911, I need to have the number in here. Am I going to call? Who do I call first? Do I call 911, and then I call the pastor, or I call the neighbor, or what do I do? Who do I call? What is my plan, right? What's my plan for crisis, right? And then again, in here, in your binder, you want to keep a list of all medications and allergies. So we talked about medications, we talked about side effects. Well, also you want to have in this binder, what are they allergic to? Are they allergic to chocolate? Are they allergic to milk? Are they allergic to strawberries? Are they allergic to peanuts? Are they allergic to fish? Wool. I know a friend of mine was allergic to wool. What? That needs to be there, because a lot of times you won't be able to think of it right then and there because you're in the middle of a crisis. And it's going to help you as a caregiver. It's going to relieve you. Because you say, oh, no, I know this. Yeah, got it. It's right here. Okay? And another thing, when possible, those necklaces or bracelets with the allergy on it is huge. The bracelet, if you are a diabetic, I know some people wear them. It's a good thing if you wear them. If you're a diabetic and you have on that bracelet, that's a good thing, because we don't have time for that today, because the symptoms of when your sugar gets low and you can be mistaken for being drunk. The person can be mistaken for being drunk, okay, because of their sugar being low. And I see my computer acting. So you want that would be good, or the one you wear on, something to let people know that you have a condition like that, and they won't mistreat you and think it's something else. So all of that is good. Number 10, we made it. Number 10. Okay. Okay, number 10. Honor. Push it once, then yeah, okay. I guess I must have been pushing it twice and didn't realize. Honor the journey. Honor the journey. So how do we honor the journey of caregiving? How do we honor this ministry that God has blessed us with? Because it is. You might say, I don't know, I don't see it as a blessing. It is. It is. You would not be allowed, I believe, by God to be in it if He didn't think that you were the one that was capable of handling it, and He could trust you to do it. I don't think so. I don't think so. If you're taking care of your mom, you're taking care of your dad, or you're somebody in that respect, or your child. Some people have, like I told you, autistic and have disabled children in certain ways. Sure, I believe it's a journey that God entrusted you with. So we're going to see that. So how can we honor the journey? We want to celebrate small victories. Celebrate small victories. What is a small victory? Somebody ate a little more than they normally did today. Somebody maybe, after having a stroke, started getting a little more of their speech back. Maybe where they weren't able to pick up something before. As they're getting stronger, they're able to pick it up now. Things are starting to come back. Whatever it could be, any little thing, because sometimes we can overlook it because we're so busy. But any little thing is worth celebrating. Yay, look at you, look at you, look what you did today. Look how you did that today. That's a big one. We want to document memories and milestones. Again, I'm a big one on, now, you have to decide how you want to do this as a family caregiver. I personally don't see a problem with it, but that's individual. But to me, I am so thankful for the pictures and the videos that I have of my family members. I am so thankful. I'm telling you, I'm so glad we were able to record or make or do whatever, because I can go back and look at those memories. You know, the good ones or whatever, if there were milestones, you still remember that, what you saw yourself overcoming, but mainly the good ones, the birthdays and, the whatevers you had. Those were great times. Those are great times. I look at pictures of Mom back holding the fish when she used to go fishing with us, or the first time she was here in the snow, making our first little snowball, or whatever, Yeah. So you want to document memories. You want to embrace caregiving as an act of love and legacy. We talked about that before, saying that it was a ministry, and we talked about legacy, and I think we mentioned love. Love and, legacy is something that you leave. Legacy goes on and on. For me, my legacy is all the work that I'm doing in trying to help and build up caregivers in any way I can. My ebook that I've written, my paperback that I'm writing, be getting on it as soon as I'm off this channel. Anything that I've given or done that can help me go, my album that's out there, anything that can say that I was here. Say, I was here, and even though I'm gone now, I left a footprint. Yeah, I like that, Lord. I left a footprint. Somebody know that I was here. Maybe I encourage somebody, encourage a young person as a kid, and they remember me, or you did something, but you did it out of love, and it will live on. It will live on long after you're gone. Okay? We talked about you could build a scholarship fund in your loved one's name. That would be great. Just for you, just the family knowing that you were the one that stuck it out. When the younger ones are growing up, they'll say, well, who took care of grandma? Oh, that was Aunt so-and-so. Aunt Susie, she did it. She stayed with mom and she took care of her while the rest of us had to work, or this type of a thing. But she did it, or Uncle John did it. You know what I'm saying? Those are legacies, stories that will be handed down year after year after year. When they look back and they see pictures of your loved ones and you begin to talk about it, yeah, that's a big one. See, I have to say this, I have to say it over and over and over. Family caregiving is not easy, guys. A lot of people don't know that. They don't get it. And I know, because that's what I'm into. I'm in the business of empowering family caregivers. And once I began to open up and kind of explain to people what I'm doing, what this is about, and then they say, oh, wow. I say, thank you. I've never heard of anybody doing that before. That's interesting. Because all the emphasis is on taking care of that individual and taking care of them and not you. But they don't realize it's not easy. It's not easy for the caregiver. It's not easy for you to go day after day after day after day. Not that you're looking for one, but sometimes there's not even a thank you. Sometimes there's not even a smile. Sometimes it seems like people don't even know you're there. And you're not looking for that. But it blesses you, because I can remember my mom and my late husband. I would do something for them. I told you that before. I've shared this on this channel. And they would say, thank you. And I'm like, you do not have to tell me thank you. Mom, you ain't got to say thank you. She said, yeah, but I want to. And I said, well, you did it for me. I'm just repaying. It's just the circle of life. But still, I say thank you, because she knew that even though I was her child, a lot of people have children and children don't do things. So she said, thank you. And it blessed my spirit. Same thing with my husband, Ben. When he said, thank you, it blessed my spirit. But it is hard work, but the caregiver wants you to know, and it's a ministry, it is holy work. Clean work, God-given work, ordained by God. This is holy work. Every time, I keep telling you, you give your loved one a bath, you give them a drink of water, you give them something to eat, you just sit there and make them laugh, you just hold their hand, you help them when they're in pain, or you support them, whatever it is that you do. Do it as unto the Lord, because it is holy work. It's a blessing. Take it to another level. Take it to a whole nother level. It's outside of you now. Right? By nurturing yourself, by staying informed, and leaning on community, knowing that you're not alone, you can walk this path with resilience, which means bounce back, compassion, and grace. Because you won't be caring for the person always, maybe. We're going to do a death and dying. I don't know when, but they won't always be there. And you'll need to bounce back from the time that you dedicated to taking care of them. So right now, I just want to encourage you to take these 10 tips. I want you to find a way to make them your own. I want you to share them with someone who needs encouragement today. Other caregivers, talking to caregivers. And I want you to remember that every act of care is a seed planted in love. Say what? A seed planted in love. A legacy that will bloom for generations. Your work will not be forgotten. No. First, God remembers it, And second, others will remember it, family members will remember it. Remember, it's going to go on and on and on. Amen. Excuse me. I really want you to let's do a Q&A. Do a Q&A. And any questions that you have that you want to know, that you think through what I'm doing here, and through all the years that I've been doing this, working in the medical field, all the things I've been doing, you think that you have some questions you want to answer, questions you want to ask, let's do that. Let's do a Q&A. Ask questions. Yeah, ask some questions about it. And there's no question that is a dumb question. If you're thinking about it and you're feeling it, I guarantee you somebody else, another caregiver is thinking about or feeling the same thing somewhere around the world. You're not the only one. You're not the only one. Okay? So let's do that. Ask some questions. Um, Anything. It's better to ask a question and then to assume and do it. No, just ask questions. Ask questions. You can type them in, come into the live chat like that young man did from Kenya, or you can type them in the comments. And typing them in the comments would be great, because the question you ask, other people can see that question because they might have that question, and we can get a conversation going. That's how we help other people, because you're thinking you're the only one to have that particular question, and you're not. Okay. Um, if you have a question about how to keep the legacy going, how to start a journal, um, what should you put in it? If you have a question about how to really communicate with doctors, because someone I did a video on that, and they really had some comments on that, because a lot of times you don't know how to ask the doctor questions. I mean, they have their 15-minute allotted, their visit, and they're going to come in, and again, like I say, hello, how's everything, and blase, 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 and you might want to say, well, but can I get a second opinion? And a lot of people feel threatened. The doctor doesn't feel threatened, so that's your right. But I don't know if I want to say threatened. I want to say maybe a lot of caregivers or family members, they feel, let's say, uncomfortable, because you're thinking you might make the doctor think that you are questioning his or her ability, but you're not. You're just saying you need a second opinion, and that's written in the patient's rights. And when you ask it, the doctor say, "Oh, sure, no problem." I don't know a doctor that would not. I don't think he even have the right to tell you that you can't get a second opinion about a diagnosis of your loved one. If he's diagnosing this for that person or for you, and you're like thinking, or he's saying you need to have surgery for this, and you're thinking, is there not another way, or is this the only option? Or you might be thinking, I think it's the only option or best option. Okay, that's fine. He or she has the right to think that, but you can also say, doc, I really would love to get a second opinion before we follow through on this procedure, before we do the surgery. I really would. And then he'll say, yeah. And then that way you can get to talk to another doctor. It has been in times past where the second doctor would say, well, surgery can do, but I think maybe we could try, let's rule out all these other things first. Rule out means make sure there's no other way. Let's rule out medication. Let's rule out, this. Let's rule out that, right? And then if there's no other way, then of course, this is what we'll do. And instead of just saying, okay, surgery tomorrow and we go, right? Yeah. So you can have a right to do that. That's in the patient's rights. You can ask questions. So anything you want to ask, if I don't know the answer, I'll research it out. And then if I can't find it, I'll just tell you I don't know the answer. I mean, that's the only thing I can do. So I want to thank you. I want to thank you. I want to thank you If this bless you, if these videos bless you, if you're going to want me to do a video on something else, I had a friend, she said, can you do a video on this? And I did. Yeah, let's do that. Let's help each other. Drop a comment. How about you, if you have a caregiving story, share your story. Whatever you can do, let's build together, guys, right? So listen, I want to say thank you. God bless you. And I want to see you